This entire season, Luka Doncic has been eviscerating the NBA, and just came off a red-hot March. During the month of March, Luka put up 32.5 points, just over 10 rebounds, and just over 10 assists, while having shooting splits of 47, 38, and 78 from the field. That stat line would basically be anybody's best month this season, and probably one of the best season stat lines in NBA history. The best part of it though, it's one of his worst statistical months of the season, and his worst since 2024 started. Luka has been operating at a level nobody else has this entire season, and the fact that it took until March for him to reach a respectable spot in the MVP race shows how much we started to take his greatness for granted. Regardless of if he wins the MVP this season or not, Luka has been having an all-time season and an all-time offensive output, and it's been anything but normal, and no matter how often he does this, it should never be taken for granted. The only player in recent memory to operate at something near this level of offensive dominance and control was prime James Harden, but I think Luka might be better, and he's just barely 25 years old. From a purely statistical perspective, we are witnessing one of the most impressive seasons ever. For the whole season, Luka Doncic has been averaging 34 points, 9 rebounds, and just shy of 10 assists, shooting 48, 38, 78 splits. These stats alone begin to paint the picture of just how great he's been, but looking even deeper shows just how historically great and generational Luka has been. At the rim, Luka's been shooting above 76%, 53% from the short mid-range, 50% from all mid-range, and his 38% from the three-point land is his career best, and it's coming on his highest attempts from there throughout his career by and far. Even more stats to show how much of an offensive juggernaut Luka has been this season. He's in the 100th percentile for three-point shot creation, which determines how well he creates his own three-point attempts. He's in the 98th percentile for three-point shot making across the league, which, considering he's also in the bottom 4 percentile for three-point quality and the bottom 2 percentile for openness rating, shows just how once in a lifetime this offensive output is, and how not easy everything Luka makes look easy really is. This is all similar at the rim too. His 76% at the rim ranks him in the 94th percentile across the league, and his rim shot making is ranked in the 98th percentile according to Basketball Index. This also comes with a negative rim shot quality that ranks him in the 41st percentile for the entire league. To put it all simply, Luka is scoring incredibly efficiently on an insane workload on an incredibly poor quality of shots. Most of the time, he's really making the most of nothing. None of this has mentioned how amazing of a passer Luka is, like possibly the best in the league and one of the best of all time. He ranks in the 98th percentile for assisted points per 75 possessions, 99th percentile for potential assists per 100 possessions, 99th percentile in passing creation quality, and he ranks number 1 in the entire league for box creation, which essentially measures how dangerous of an offensive threat Luka is and how well he's utilizing that attention to create easy looks for his teammates. From a purely offensive perspective, Luka has been nothing short of nuclear this season. Stats only go so far in painting a picture of just how dominant Luka has been this season, and the eye test only confirms everything I've been saying. I want to specifically look at how Luka demolished the Rockets to show how he nightly executes his dominance. For reference, Luka scored 47 points, dished 7 assists, and grabbed 12 rebounds, and was basically a non-factor in the fourth quarter, as the Mavericks led by enough for him to coast while playing, then sit after. Look here at Luka's patience and persistence leads to an easy shot at the basket. First here, he kills all momentum with between the legs, so Thompson has to play up, which Luka doesn't immediately punish, but instead goes left, then speeds right, and hesitates before digging into Thompson, then pump fakes twice to get Thompson in the air, then fake passes to bait Brooks into staying down before going up for an easy layup. So many times Luka waits here and lures the defender exactly where he wants them for easy points. I like this play only a few minutes later. Luka speeds up on the fast break before slowing down at the three-point line, recognizing he has Jalen Green on him with nobody to really contest the paint, so Luka immediately posts Green up and backs him down for a second, drives and then pumps him and goes around him for another easy lay. Luka's awareness and patience and not rushing things rewards him with such an easy take. This patience and just out of this world basketball knowledge consistently finds Luka such easy takes at the rim. Like here, he uses his strength to back down Jabari Smith Jr., then hits him with just a killer jab, then pumps him to poorly jumping for a contest, and it's just barely non-and-one. Luka is routinely using his natural size and mix of sharp speed to just dismantle defenders and effortlessly toy with them for easy shots. And he also consistently uses this to find incredibly easy opportunities for his teammates. Like here, he gets the ball back at the rim after inbounding it and goes up in the air in a slight Jordan-esque style, hangs in the air for a second longer, and slips by for a pass, which he then fakes with his body motion and likely his eyes too, that he's passing to Kleber and makes bold commit before dropping it to Exum in the corner. Then not even a minute later, he blows by Dylan Brooks, quickly tries to fake Lawndale that the ball is going to Lively, but holds onto it, then gets to 1 foot and acts like he's going to take what would actually be a pretty good layup, but then just perfectly flings it to Exum in the corner. Like I mentioned, Luka just finds so many ways to make these perfect passes across the court, constantly flexing on these teams with these crazy out-of-the-world passes. I mean, he's making a highlight on a nightly basis in every possible offensive play. Like look here earlier in the quarter, this just one-handed bullet right to Washington's hands for an easy open three-pointer. Luka's basketball mind and poetry in motion and plays are on display at all times, even when he's seemingly just having fun with defenders. At the end of the first quarter, Luka hunted Jock Lawndale on the switch constantly and just toyed with him for 3 easy three-pointers. First here, he slightly jabs, feeling things out, then fakes right and crosses left, then jabs his right foot forward again, and now all of Lawndale's momentum is going towards the rim, and Luka steps back for a three-pointer that he just banks in. On the switch again, Luka walks out Lawndale again like he's stepping back for a 3, then crosses like he's going right for a quick 3, then steps back and hesitates, and then steps even further back for just a crazy three-pointer. Once again, it's that patience and just pure skills at work that Luka employs to just break apart defenders for shot after shot. Finally here, he gets Lawndale again at the end of the quarter, and this time Luka is tired of playing around. He just speeds up for barely a second before launching back again for another easy three-pointer, and it's money. You can see then later in the game when he gets Lawndale on the switch again, Lawndale is just completely thrown off when Luka actually drives because he's so scared of Luka going back to that step back, and he struggles to stay in front of Doncic on the drive, and he finishes right over him. He really did love going at Lawndale all night, again just popping right back again for another easy three-pointer over his head, and it just feels like bullying at this point. Finally, he blows by Lawndale again, and Lawndale actually stops him from getting an easy look at a layup here first, but Luka pivot back seemingly for a post fade, but when the first pump doesn't work, he does it again, and this time Lawndale jumps out and Luka slides by for another easy look at the rim. As fun as it is to point this out, it's also really impressive how consistently Doncic abuses the mismatch for points, and it means that teams will need all versatile defenders to stop him, which still doesn't even work. Or look at this stupid fun pass he does here. He gets the ball from Exum basically at the half court line, then Exum dives, and Doncic just one hand chucks it right where Exum is under the rim for an easy layup. The only player consistently making passing highlights like this often is Nikola Jokic. He's also the only player to make reads like Nikola Jokic, which is truly at an all-time level and is why he ranks so high in stats like box creation and passing creation quality. Luka is just always having fun and toying with defenders like I said. Like here against Jabari Smith, he steps back and hits him with a few crosses that can't get him anywhere, so he just pumps to the left side, then steps forward for this ridiculous 21-foot underhanded heave, and it's just money. Look also here at Luka's just pure basketball wizardry in motion, hitting Jabari with a quick behind the back and between the legs, steps back into a drive towards the rim before stopping on the spot to cross back, kind of body fakes that he might shoot before crossing left to drive, but nope, it's another step back, this one being open enough, and the bank is open for Luka again. I love talking about change of pace on this channel, and our guards can easily make this their best tool to break down defenders, and the league-wide improvement of this is partially why I think offenses become so explosive, and Luka is a master of change of pace. Against Brooks here, off the screen he stops for a step back on the dime, flinging his body forward still to throw Brooks off for an easy step back 3 that honestly could have been an and one. In every way on offense, Luka has been generational and one of a kind this season. Like I said, prime James Harden is the closest comparison, but I don't even know if I would even say he's operating at the same level Doncic has been this season. The main similarity is just how much of one-man engines they were or are. But what really separates them is just how once in a lifetime every part of Doncic's game is, and how once again he just turned 25 not that long ago. So as inconceivable as it is, he could get better and he likely won't slow down anytime soon. Regardless of if he wins the MVP or not this year, or if he deserves to win, it's more than clear that this is one of the best individual seasons and offensive outputs in NBA history, and easily one of the best I've ever witnessed. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and let me know down below whether you agree or disagree with anything I said. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.